Midlife freedom begins when we stop dragging yesterday into tomorrow. So the real question is, what are you still holding on to that's weighing you down? If you're ready to let go in midlife and move forward, whether you're in your 50s, your 60s, or beyond, stay with me. We'll talk about how to release what's holding you back so you can live with more clarity, confidence, and freedom. At this stage of life, many of us are carrying things we no longer need. Not just physical clutter, but regrets, sadness, or identities that no longer fit. Midlife isn't just about what we've lost. It's about creating space for what's next. I'm Dee Dee Sung, and in this video, I want to share how letting go can become your turning point and how you can start moving forward with clarity and with courage. Because here's the truth. When we hold on to unresolved pain, it keeps us stuck. It shapes our decisions, it colors our choices, and it influences the story we tell ourselves about who we are and who we're not. And letting go isn't about pretending the past never happened. It's about freeing up your energy so you can grow into what's next. And midlife? Well, it's a season of change, and with change comes the need to release what no longer fits. Maybe it's an identity that no longer feels right, a dream that's lost its spark, or regret and sadness over choices you wish had turned out differently. You see, the moment we let go, we create space for a chapter we haven't yet imagined. And I know this because I've lived it. There was a time when I would try so hard to keep something alive, to make it work, even long after I knew it was time to let go. A project, a dream, a version of myself that no longer fit. I would tell myself I just needed to try harder, but deep down, I knew I wasn't holding on because it still felt right. I was holding on because I was afraid to let go. Afraid of disappointing others, afraid of letting myself down. Afraid of what it would mean to close that chapter, especially when I didn't know what came next. And the moment I finally let go, no fanfare, just a quiet release, I remember feeling both grief and relief. And that simple act created space for what came next. It reminds me of something a dear friend's mother used to say, a Scottish proverb I've never forgotten. What's for you, na go by ya. Meaning, what's meant for you will find you, and what isn't will pass you by. That simple truth helped me loosen my grip on what I thought should happen, on how life should look, and trust that what was meant for me hadn't passed me by, it just hadn't arrived yet. Now, after going through a major life upheaval in my early 50s, I was forced to let go of a long-held dream, and it was one of the most painful things I've ever had to do. I felt untethered, uncertain of who I was without that dream, of what my future should have been. But here's what changed everything. I let support in. And I finally admitted to myself that I couldn't and didn't have to figure things out on my own. And while that was really hard for me to do, it did make all the difference. And with the love and encouragement of my beautiful partner and a few trusted friends, people I felt safe with and could truly be myself around, I slowly began to rebuild my life. I took a big leap, I changed careers, and eventually went back to university. And at 57, I completed my MBA. And that season, it taught me something I will never forget. And sometimes letting go of what you thought life would look like is finally what sets you free to live the life that feels true to you. It also taught me a deep sense of humility, the kind that comes when life brings you to your knees and you realize it's often darkest before dawn. And that's when you start to see you were never meant to find your way by holding it all together on your own. You find it when you reconnect to the light inside you. And sometimes that reconnection starts when we let others hold the light for us until we can see it again ourselves. And I'll be the first to say it wasn't easy learning how to let others in and not seeing it as a sign of weakness, but of strength, to trust that even when I couldn't see what was next, something good was still unfolding. Because that space between what was and what's becoming, that in between, it calls for courage, it calls for grace. And it's something I come back to often, the knowing that what's meant for us never truly passes us by. But when we keep holding on, it costs us more than we realize. And the toil isn't just emotional, it's everything. We hold back from what's next because we're still carrying what's behind us. We say no to opportunities because we don't believe we're ready. We carry tension that drains our energy. And slowly, without even realizing it, our world gets smaller. When this could be the most expansive chapter of our lives. When we hold on to what's already gone, we miss the chance to live fully right now. And midlife, it offers us a chance to come back to the present, to make today the beginning of something new, to be fully engaged with who you are right now, not who you were, not who you thought you'd be. And as author Daphne Rose Kingma once wrote, she said, holding on is believing there's only a past. Letting go is knowing that there's a future. And that's the beauty of letting go. It opens the door to what's still possible. And when we stop asking, what did I miss out on? And start asking, what's still within my reach? We open ourselves to new opportunities. And letting go? Well, it doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means loosening its grip on you. Because you are not your past mistakes. You are not the shame you've carried. You are not the sadness of what came before. And when you release the weight of the past, you reclaim your energy and you begin to connect with who you are becoming. As author and poet Maya Angelou said, you may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide to not be reduced by them. So where do we start when it comes to letting go? First, acknowledge the discomfort. Letting go isn't easy, and it's not supposed to be. Because when you can name what you're feeling, you can finally begin to release it. Second, come back to yourself. When your mind drifts to the past, simply notice it and gently guide it back to this moment. And third, shift your perspective. You don't have to, and honestly you can't, change everything overnight. Meaningful change begins quietly with one small choice, one thought, one belief, one habit. Let go of just one of those today and notice what starts to shift. And finally, surround yourself with support. Be willing to ask for help and lean into the people who lift you up. Step back gently from anyone or anything that keeps you circling your old stories. Remember, this isn't about getting it perfect. It's about staying in motion. And each small step forward is what begins to set you free. Because here's the truth. Letting go isn't weakness. It is courage. So I ask you, what are you ready to release? And what might be possible for you when you do? Imagine waking up lighter, no longer replaying old stories, no longer letting yesterday decide today. Your energy goes toward people and projects that align with who you are now, and you make choices from possibility, not fear. And when you look ahead, the horizon feels wide open. And that's what Follow Your Lighthouse is all about. Creating the space to rediscover what truly lights you up so you can move forward with clarity, courage, with purpose and grace. And once you've started to release what's been weighing you down, the next step is even more powerful, uncovering the hidden patterns that keep so many women stuck in midlife. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next video. The 5 common mistakes women make in midlife and the hidden patterns that hold us back. Because once you see those patterns clearly, you can finally stop repeating them and start building unstoppable momentum toward what's next. So, if you're ready to stop waiting for permission and start creating what's next, subscribe and join us. This is your time. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're ready to let go of? Or maybe a question that surfaced while you were watching. Share it in the comments, because your words might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. Take care, and I'll see you soon.